Hi everybody, this is Kim Edwards. This is my assignment 4 for ED 619T at University of Prince Edward Island, spring, summer 2017. So instead of doing a PowerPoint or any other type of presentation, I figured I would just do a video and talk about the initiative that I found. So for this assignment, we had to look and find an initiative or a project using critical pedagogy or perceived to use critical pedagogy that we'll explore further in our assignment 6. And so I work with adults. I work at a private career college based in Charlottetown, and I just wanted to find something that kind of dealt more with higher education rather than the K-12 or the early education or anything like that. So after some searching, I kind of came upon the topic of curriculum co-creation. And I kind of found this kind of topic really, really interesting. And when I was doing my research, I found a really great YouTube video by Kathy Beauville, who's a researcher based out of the UK. And she was talking about curriculum co-creation, and she was giving some examples of it. And she talked about an initiative that Elon University in South Carolina has. So this university in South Carolina, Elon University, they've created these curriculum design committees, and they've put both students and staff and faculty members on this committee to have them work together creating the curriculum and curriculum design for their various courses. And in the YouTube video by Kathy Beauville, she talked about one specific example of how this committee works. And she said that this example, she talked about this one particular example, and that the university was getting all of these complaints about a specific textbook for one of their courses. And I've done a little further research, and it turns out it's actually an education course. And it happened kind of at the end of the fall semester, and the university got all these complaints. So they're like, okay, well, we'll take the curriculum design committee and we'll look at it. So they took students who had just finished the course, and they took students who were registered in the course but hadn't started yet, so students that were going into the course. And they also took the faculty members, so the staff members or professors of this course, and they put them together on a committee. And on this committee, the first thing they did was they looked at the objectives of the course and they compared them to the textbook that they were currently using, the one that they had all the complaints of. And their first question was, okay, are the students' complaints valid? And they said, yeah. Okay, yeah, the students definitely have a point here. It's not really lining up with course content and the objectives of the course, so we're not going to use it. The committee then went and they looked at various other universities in the United States, and they were like, okay, well, what do other universities use for this type of course? You know, it's not always the exact same course, but they offer similar courses at various other universities. And they came up with a list of 25 different textbooks. So this was happening between the fall semester and the winter semester, so kind of the Christmas holidays, and when they were doing this work. And so they had these 25 textbooks. And so together as a committee, they kind of compared them and looked at them, and they ended up coming up with a different textbook for the upcoming course. So that was one specific example of the initiative at Elon University of curriculum co-creation. And I just found it really, really interesting. I found that this is kind of a neat way to look at it. And I'm trying really hard because I've done some further research and I've got some strong opinions of whether or not I believe that this is a good example of critical pedagogy, but I think it's a good project to talk about some of this stuff because as we were talking about last night on our Collaborate session, it's not always, especially for higher education when you're working with adults, you have to be careful with some of these initiatives that is it really critical pedagogy just because it can be perceived or used as critical pedagogy doesn't mean in this particular example it is. So that's kind of the stuff that I'm going to get into for my assignment 6, and hopefully this video is long enough and explains enough. So that's kind of what my plan is. So hope you like it.